Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this Facebook Live. It is Friday morning. It is December 8th. Things are going to be switching up with our weather.
So
It's
different.
beautiful the last 2 days, not anymore. We'll talk about that in just a moment. But first, a reminder, you can find us every morning about 8 o'clock in the morning. We go live here on Facebook. You can also find this video throughout the day on your Facebook feed. You can also find us on our Inform YouTube channel and your favorite podcast platform as well. Just go to inform.com/podcast and look for the Inform Minute. All right. Let's talk about the weather.
Yeah.
You can feel the wind already this morning.
Yep.
Later,
Picking
snow
up.
making its way in.
Snow is on the way. It's
boy.
already snowing up near Minot, Botno. I've seen the DOT cams up in that direction looking snowy and not so pretty.
Oh boy.
And that's moving in our direction. So the not so pretty weather is on the way after very pretty weather yesterday.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Ended up with a sunny sky and 62 degrees here in Fargo, which
It's crazy.
well surpassed the record high. Record was 53
Jeez,
yesterday from
shattered it.
1918. We shattered that record yesterday. Don't expect anything of the same today. Temperatures will actually start going backwards, kind of holding close to 40 degrees this morning, and then down into the 30s and eventually the 20s later tonight. Cloudy skies, strong winds gusting 40 to nearly 50 miles an hour. Strongest gusts will be further out to the west where there is a wind advisory in effect. And then that snow pushes in. Now it's kind of a slow mover. It really depends on where you are for what time you see that snow start. I'd say Devil's Lake around noon, Grand Forks probably that 3 to 5 p.m. time frame. Fargo looking at likely 4 to 6 time frame, and then continuing its trek off to the southeast.
Okay.
Leaving behind anywhere from 1 to 4 inches of snow, highest amounts outside of our viewing area, back closer to that Minot area where it's already snowing, so it makes sense why they would get the most snow.
Sure.
So it's not a ton of snow. It's not a big whopper of a system. It's not a Colorado low, but when you have those winds at 40 to 50 with that dry, light, fluffy snow, it'll blow around easily. So I do expect reductions in visibility and then slippery roads and snowy roads later on today. Really seeing those travel impacts later tonight through the overnight into early tomorrow morning. Because it's a slow mover, it takes a little while to get it out of here. Early tomorrow, still a couple of flurries. Still a touch breezy tomorrow, gusting near 30. And then things settling down tomorrow afternoon. Snow will be gone and the wind will start to relax at that point. So a little bit of a whip of winter here after being spoiled the past couple of days. This is the only snow I have on the 10-day forecast, though, and we're still tracking a warm up for next week.
Okay. Well, we'll make it through it.
Yes. Thank you.
Thanks, Lydia. All right. Right now, flags are at half-staff honoring Deputy Paul Martin. He was killed in the line of duty Wednesday night. Flags will stay at half-staff across the state of North Dakota until sunset on the day of his funeral. Those arrangements are still being made. Martin served Mercer County for the past 18 years. He was also a husband, a father of 3, and a grandpa. Today, the son of United States Senator Kevin Cramer is set to make his first court appearance. He's accused of killing Deputy Martin during a high-speed chase that happened Wednesday night. 42-year-old Engen Cramer is facing several charges, including manslaughter, fleeing, preventing arrest, and reckless endangerment. Cramer will make his first court appearance at 1:30 this afternoon. WDAY will have coverage of that hearing on our evening newscast, so join us for all of that information as it comes out. Right now, cases of salmonella tied to cantaloupe products have doubled nationally, and there's now been a third reported death in the U.S. The outbreak is tied to cantaloupes grown in Mexico and sold under the Rudy and Malachita brands. So if you have any of those products, toss them out or return them to the store you bought them. It's going to be a big weekend for the Bison football team. The FCS quarterfinal playoff game is going to be nationally televised for the first time ever. Quarterfinal being televised, so that's exciting. It's going to feature the NDSU football team. You'll be able to watch that game on WDAY, where it's awesome that we can host that game and show it for you. The Bison will take the field against the University of South Dakota, the Coyotes. It's for a trip to the national semifinal. The game kicks off at 1:30 tomorrow. We'll also have a pregame show, NDSU Game Day. That's going to be live from Vermillion. The show airs at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, so tune into that as well right here on WDAY. Of course, Dom's going to be talking about the big game today on Hot Mic with Dom Izzo. It's Football Friday. We're going to talk about the final 8 FCS playoff teams, the matchups. Dom will also preview tonight's game in Montana as the Grizzlies host Furman. looking for a first semifinal trip since 2011. And the Vikings return to the field this weekend with a trip to Las Vegas. And Justin Jefferson's going to be back for that game. So what will his impact be on the game? That's from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra. And then, don't forget, for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months, you could get an all-access pass to Inform.com. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to get that deal. And then join us for the rest of our newscast today. Our next one's at 11 o'clock, then 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And we'll be back on Monday morning from 5 to 7 for First News. So join us then. Until then, have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.